But no, yeah. So I've been playing Kena, Bridge of Spirits. Yeah, the French made it. They made the name. The name was designed.
This is a brand new IP, right? This is like
yes, Ember
nothing else
Labs.
out
Yeah,
there.
it's their debut, their new game, and it is fantastic. It is really a beautiful game. I've been enjoying every moment of my playthrough with it, and I've been playing on the hardest setting, and I've been on Reddit, and I've been scoping it out, and a lot of people feel like this game is really difficult. So I was like, should I play it on the highest setting? Now, the highest setting right now is Expert Spirit Guide, but once you beat it on that mode, then you get the hardest setting, Master Spirit Guide. So I was like, should I play it? And you know me, I like to play games on the hardest setting.
For reference, David has platinumed Bloodborne.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So
that's
Kena,
a game of platinum.
Kena might not have been too daunting.
No, so
at the difficulty select screen. That's all I'm saying.
So a lot of people are saying this is really difficult, and a lot of people are asking, "Hey, man, should I play it on this difficulty? Whatever. I'm not that good at games." And the people are saying it's like the Dark Souls of Disney and whatever else, and it kind of is. I'm not gonna lie. It's got the DNA of Souls games in it, but it's not a Souls game. And I've been hearing this term thrown around a lot, and I put it in my video as well. It was like PS2 style game. That's what it reminds me of. And it is.
Yeah,
it really is. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's funny to actually define a genre of a game from a platform standpoint and say, this game is this platform, because who does that?
But right? Everybody knows what that means.
Right.
Because we all played the PS2.
Exactly. And it feels like that, but it also feels like it's evolved. So if you loved PS2 games, and let's face it, who doesn't?
Like platformers, are we talking like Spyro?
Yeah, so this game, dude, yeah. So this game will remind you of Spyro, actually.
Okay.
It'll remind you of Dark Souls. It'll remind you of
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I mean, Jack. Let's say Jack games.
Jack and Daxter.
Let's say
Ratchet and Clank.
Any action adventure game that you've played on any third-person action adventure game you've played on PS2. This game's going to remind you of, because you're going to search for stuff, you're going to find stuff, there's puzzles. It's like a Zelda game, but it's also like a Souls game, but it's also like a PS2 game. But it's this game, on the best way I can describe it is this game was made from people who have loved games for a very long time. Okay. And they love a lot of different things about a lot of different games. And they've taken all of their favorite things from all of the games that they've played, and they wanted to make a game with it, and that's what they did, and it's fucking beautiful.
Whenever two games come out,
I just want to finish Kena. Now, Kena's a little bit of a different beast. As a game, in the way that we're talking about it, like a PS2-S game, back then, these games were very long for us. They took time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now I know and understand the DNA of this game enough to beat it very quickly. It is not a long game. It really isn't, but it's paced well. So it's as long as it needs to be. There's no question about that.
And even that harkens back to the old school.
Right.
You used to be able to beat a game in a weekend.
Yeah.
Is it fairly linear?
I mean, is it
just like a straight path through it? Or?
Yes and no. So there are some open areas, essentially, but you have to go where you have to go to. So you have to explore them. So, they're kind of open, but they're also kind of linear. But it's beautiful in the way that it works, right? So it makes sense when you play it, and it's harder to describe because of how we're talking about it right now. It feels like an old game, but it also feels like a new game. But it also
got modern.
It's right in a sweet spot that I think a lot of games aren't doing right now. And
like an old game that was remastered, except the game didn't
really
exist.
Well.
So it's not a PS2 game that was remastered. It's a PS2 game that didn't exist.
Right.
And is now remastered.
And does now exist. Exactly.
It now exists, yeah.
David, do you see this as a franchise? Like, do you think this is a
They'll make another one.
A
lot of people are saying, hey, we love this game and there's certain things with it. Okay, that's any game you play. That's any developer. There's very few developers that you will get a game from and it's perfect, right? Nintendo's one of them. And you're still hearing news from Metroid Dread that there's a little pips and squeaks for some people here and there. It's a game, all right? It's to be expected.
Pips and squeaks.
Right, so Kena may have its flaws. Kena may have its flaws, but I haven't seen any.
So it's got room to grow, though. What you're saying is like a sequel, there's stuff they could improve, they can do better, they can build on that world.
You know, what usually happens is you get a great game, right? And then the second one is the best one. Right? You know those situations when that happens.
Yeah. That's been going on since, Sonic 2. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
People, you think about Sonic 1, amazing game, couldn't spin dash.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You go back, play Sonic 2 now and have fun. You go back, play Super Mario World now and have fun.
Yeah.
And I think what the game that really, when it comes to like how good sequels are in gaming, I think in gaming sequels are better than, like typically better than even movies, because I just think there's so many things that can go right when you're a game and so many things that go wrong. And the first one that really comes to my mind is like Uncharted 2 and how that became kind of the benchmark for a sequel.
Yeah.
And even when a game like Assassin's Creed came out, it's like, oh, this is great, but I can't wait for the second one because, you know, Assassin's Creed had this problem and this problem and this problem. And what's one of the best Assassin's Creed games? Assassin's Creed 2, you know? So, yeah. Well, it's always that leap. It's always that leap.
That being said, and I agree completely, Kena will have a sequel. They'll make another one. I haven't beaten the game yet. Let's get that clear. But I'm pretty far into it. I'm pretty close to the ending. And it's so good that, you know what?
So you don't know if she gets brutally murdered.
No, I don't know that. I don't know if they preach racism at the end of it or not. So don't hold me hostage here for what I'm about to say. But so far, what I've seen from Kena is I'm so impressed. I am so impressed that a indie developer made a game that is pretty much on par with a AAA.
And you know what's even crazier, David? They made it on PlayStation. And we all know PlayStation hates indies. You know, they can't stand them. I mean, I don't know how they got this game greenlit, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know.
Did they have any support from Sony? Like, just seriously,
probably. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a lot of support. From
Sony. They got.
It was on their. It was showcased.
It was in the clips, man. It was in the Nani threes is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
The Nani threes.
There's like different levels of support.
It's on their sizzle reel. It's been on their official.
So they've like dedicated their
press conferences. Yeah, it's been one of the most.
There's no doubt in my mind that PlayStation has probably also helped them in other ways. Maybe allocating some help with maybe technical art direction, for instance, to help improve.
Resources not
available to them at the time.
Not official, like, oh, we're publishing this game. No, they're not. But I bet there's a strong, what we call second party relationship.
A good connection,
Yeah, oh no, it got heavy trailer distribution. Heavy, previews. It's been on the Sony ecosystem for a while. Not as many trailers as Deathloop now. Let's not get crazy, because every time Sony shows up, you got to have a 5-minute trailer about Deathloop, and it wound up being worth it. But yeah, man, that was crazy.
Yeah, but okay, so to wrap it up, Kena is great. You both really need to look into it when you get a chance. It's definitely an experience worth.
And this is a full price retail game, right?
It's $40, I believe.
No, it's 40.
Yeah,
really?
40. Yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
It's totally worth $60.